You too. What's the vibes, man? It's your man SuavenyV. We're back with another video. What we got? I was about to watch Let's Rap About It with Jim Jones, Fabulous, Manio, Davies. They got their podcast going on. And they're kind of like Joe and Jada because they real, they authentic, they official, they the flyest guys in the world. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with them. They're good people. And they cool though. I like real guys that's cool. And then I like guys that's the older guys that's 45 through 55 that's ain't really on that tough shit. They on some chill, cool shit. I always been on some cool shit, but said now niggas waking up and spelling the flavor and realizing that was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit better now. So we gonna tune in and check it out. You know what I'm saying? Cause they be dropping some game too. Maybe tell us some information. It's good nowadays that we can see um behind the scenes of the rapper for a while. You know, we never like knew certain things about the rappers, and now we live in a time where, like they sharing their personality, sharing their life. So we gonna check it out, see what's happening. I like this beat too. This shit hard, she interest. Hey, yo, Pip, what you cooking up? Hey, a lot of shit been going on, so let's rap about it. A lot of right, a lot of wrong, so let's rap about it. Controversy every week, so let's rap about it. Family can't even speak, we can rap about it. They try to out on IG, let's rap about it. Everybody want a piece, let's rap about it. People going upset, let's rap about it. They really want clout back, let's rap about it. Let's rap about it. I like what Jim doing. Shout out to Jim Jones, man. Young, you got the ILC episode facilities. Yeah, fam.
Big shout out to GBNY sneakers. It's appreciate y'all. It's you know what month this is, right?
Bro, it's the
Breast cancer awareness month. So we got
the breast cancer
fives right here. This is the breast cancer
five. That shit's hard. I don't really wear Jordan, so that shit's hard.
Once we lost to breast cancer, right? You heard? I lost my aunt to that, so. We all get shape up together. I was about to say it's a lot of sponsors this week. I got kicks too.
Got bad with the work outfit on. You boy sauced up. Then the flies guys to the game though. Jim Jones, Jim Jones, Fabulous, um, Fat Joe, Rick Ross and them. They in the swag. They the best when it comes to fly shit.
Cancer period.
Yeah. So you got different personalities. You got Mano, he been in jail and he started rapping when he was in jail, I think. Never rapped before. I think he went to jail when he was 17. I think he did 10 years. Fabulous been in the game since a teenager, since he graduated from high school, the end of the high school year. Same thing with Jim Jones. Them boys been in the game after high school, a little bit after high school. And Davies, I think he went to college and all that, tried to play ball, but he got kicked out like Kim, and then made a big turnaround with his life too. So shout out to him too. So all of them got great stories. And somebody Davies been in the game 10 years. I think he like 10 years younger than them guys. And everybody else been in the game about 20 years though. Farrah's been in the game about 20 plus years. Jim Jones been in the game for about 20 plus years. And I think Mano, he probably been out. Mano probably been out of jail for about 15 years. So he probably been free long. Like he said, he been free longer than he been locked up.
Yeah. So even when before he brought that up, it was like I had no problem leaving that flag or standing behind that. That was good. I lost somebody to that. We just lost.
And shout out to the people that lost some people or someone with breast cancer. I think it's breast cancer awareness month. I don't think nobody in my family have breast cancer. Thank God. See, God bless the families that do is going through something. I think my mama, she was almost had it, about to have it a low, so it ain't so bad or something like that. But I just thank God, um, for watching out for everybody. We need that in this time.
In the culture, you smoke D'Angelo. Rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace. Super rest in peace to be yeah, pancreatic cancer, I believe. Which leads me to like ask a question as an artist, as a public figure, as somebody that's in the spotlight. Um, how much are you willing to share with the world, right? Or if you deal with something, illness or sickness or whatever, how much are you willing to give to the world? I mean, it's some things I believe you don't have to be discreet about. Some things are personal. But some people are enough that just to put their stuff out there that people should understand what's going on. I believe I put a lot of things out there when it comes to health. Like I was diagnosed last year with pre-diabetes, and you would think from how much I work out that wouldn't be in 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 in, in my playbook, but go to show you how much the diet and so what's going on inside the body is just as important as what's going on outside the body. So, what about you? I think with a lot of that, my father died, but which you, which are you willing to share that? Me, I don't think I would. Like if you had an issue, like with D'Angelo, God bless his soul. Right. Big fan of him, my mother fan. I grew up in his music in my crib. I didn't know he was even going through that. That's good. So when I seen that the post that he died, it was like, damn. I didn't know he was battling nothing. Right. You know what I mean? Would you take it like that? Would you? I don't think that's for the world. I think that's for my kids, my mother, whoever's in my circle, whoever really. Right. I don't think that's nothing I would want to promote. Some people be telling people, yo, post this. I'm in the hospital or I'm sick. People don't want that pity either. Like people, Chadwick Boseman kind of like the same way. Like what you say. Nobody knew. Dude that played back there until he died. Yeah. But then I have a little sister. My sister Khadija. She was like a miracle baby. She's the oldest person, the second oldest person with a condition, a heart condition, and things like that. It's a very serious heart condition. She'd be going through since she's been born. I don't have the proper name for it, but this is a fight that she chooses to put in the brand. She chooses to let people know how strong she is. She's very strong with her. So, right. So people
That jacket hard. Oh, what you got on? One of new salmon shoes. Them shit's hard. She's called salmon.
She tells me she wants to be
With no shoe screens. Them shit's hard. The gym know how to dress for the fall. It's all about dressing for the weather. That shit hard.
She's strong, man. She's stronger than all. A strong person to share it, bro. Like, she's strong. To go through it and share it. Yeah,
That shit Davies got on hard too. Them boys dressing.
We lonely people. You know what I mean? Like the world knows for whatever it is we do. Like I feel like if you're not known, sometimes you may need that extra. You know what I mean? Like that support. Like support. I think it becomes like a community. That's I wouldn't want it just because I'm already in the loop. I mean, people look at you. I don't want to say it would shift who I am. You said it. They look at us all. It would shift who I am. It's supposed to be stronger than who we are. And also, when we do that, I think it has a different effect as opposed when an average person or a regular person does it, and the support is way different. But that person's strong. You know what I mean?
I think it's each his own. I've seen celebrities like go through their journey with sickness and like show the world praying for them. Um, I think some people need that. They need that community. They need the prayers, all the other stuff that come with it, like the pity and stuff like that. Sometimes people don't be want to, you know what I mean? But that's going to just come with it regardless. So I think it's to each his own. It's based on me personally. Me. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just handling it. And that's just it. Or die. If I die, then you just everybody.
I feel like that part of your life, like everybody gets to a point in life, like make you sick or whatever, like, or maybe not.
And certain levels to it. So it's like we said,
That ain't for everybody.
Diabetic is one thing, but if it was something that was more severe diet, and I don't think that I probably would share that. You know what I mean? Not till I made it past that point. You know, right? I feel the same. I don't know if I got the heart enough to share that. I probably just dropped in.
It's not for everybody, bro.
Yeah, like
You know what I mean? Because you got to also understand the climate of the world we're in. You got these laughing like that, trolling that, jumping on that. You really dying. No. Yeah. I mean, that ain't for everybody to know. If that gets to a point where
I agree.
that ain't for everybody.
so. It is a limit on what you share with the type of thousands being a.
We do that without being sick. Yeah, without being sick, I don't have
that money that no matter what. For people like us, yeah. And I'm not even talking about on a sickness, just period. And period. People like us here, there has to be a certain level of everything that's not so because everybody's watching. We don't know who's who, and people got so many ulterior motives and evil thoughts. So it's crazy. I feel like our generation feel like that, but I don't feel like the generation will come and younger. They don't feel like that. They live through online. You know, like even like you say, like you know, like people be talking about kids in the street now. They do everything and show it. That's because that's how they live. They live online. And they in this era for them. So even though it look crazy to us, why is they doing shit and flashing guns and doing all the stuff that we was trying to hide, but they actually show it because that's the era that they, you know what I'm saying? So living, when you see some of the people that we've fell in love with over the last couple of years, is because you've seen a lifestyle in public, in front of us, on social media, on live,
a bus here.
That's the only way we know.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
I think their generation, I don't think they feel like that. I don't think they think it's wrong to put out what they going through. Or, you know how we be saying, I guess people crash out. That's how they argue now. They argue online. They argue online. I seen niggas be on live with each other arguing. Like call a nigga up, accepted, now they arguing. That's the French stand back and forth.
See, that now that's viral.
So they probably feel more obligated to share their life in the public. They will. They already know it.
There's certain shit that I watch on the internet that is, I be like, even in my mind, I be like, why are you doing that? Like somebody died, right? And a nigga will record him crying about the death.
What you mean? Because they know it itself. It's not even such
like even selfie on the camera.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, bro. Like, they don't deliver it anymore.
Like shit that we all been through that. We on our own. What's on our own? They'll do that to the phone now. I can't post it.
I think they're not doing this shit deliberately. I think it's just part of the program. Like they're so used to living through their phone. That any moment, whether it's a sentimental moment, whether it's a like they're going to the phone to put the phone down. Sentimental.
We're not fucking no words today.
Sentimental.
The sentiment. That's what it says. The sentiment.
Sentimental. What? No, are you trying to say I'm sentimental? No, nigga, I'm saying let's just pronounce it this. You got
that one.
You gotta watch the words up here. Make sure you got it.
Can I ask a question in this to this? This combo just made me think
that shit you kicking, bro.
Listen, let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think let me ask you, it's not even really a question, it's like how y'all feel about this? Older dudes, or I'm 37, so niggas my age and older that has let the internet switch up they moves or how they want.
What you mean?
So niggas that's not from the internet world. That's what's happening now. So now you see that the internet is what it is.
I'm starting to see a lot of old ladies
now. You 40, 45, you would say 100%. So which basically like you come from the street, you know the street, and you ain't got no business. Everything is it's like, oh, this is what's going on. Everything is different. Let me speak on that now. So how y'all feel about that? Let me say this for our age group. I feel like and older. When it comes to that in particular, I think a lot of the older guys may not have the access to emotion that they might have had years prior. And for them might be like that's the hustle. That's the most. So, you know, they start to get right into the rat race and doing things that maybe they wouldn't have been doing before, right? You can't really say it ain't them because you can't do something that's not you. It's what's available now, though. Yeah, I get the motion. I get that. Like maybe you didn't get that, so now you know the internet is motion for everybody. That's my point. A nigga know you or not. That's my can create who you are. So they and especially looking at the way that the internet is moving, and then you say, and that's what I want to do. It's easy. I can do that from the crib. And then you start to get into the game. But celebrities do it too. Look at English rappers, everybody. I think just niggas street niggas. Niggas getting paid. That's like somebody broke it down and they're like, bro, Jim, your name, huh? The moment these niggas say your name, they can go viral off your name. They getting a check. They get a little check. They pay their little mortgage. They pay their little car note and shit like that. Like this shit is all about a dollar at the end of the day. So you get to fame somebody's name just to get some.
I always want to say,
Where's the money coming from? So it's just a hater, a nigga that don't know. So I'm glad y'all said that. And that person.
I always wanted to know that who the fuck paying these people? Who the fuck? That was before I got online last year. I'm like, who the fuck paying these people? Where the fuck all this money coming from, bro? Like, once I heard you can get paid online, like, who the fuck is paying? Where the fuck the money come from, bro? I'm still trying to figure out where the money come from, but I be hearing brand deals. I don't know how the hell you get a brand deal, but I be hearing people say, um, they get money from brand deals. They get money from fucking sponsorships and selling products and ad revenue. I don't know what that talk is, but I'm like, I say the same thing though. Who the fuck is paying the bread?
Dude, you too, bro. And so listen, if you see what you just said about naming your name, right? And gangsta, I ain't know that. No, 100%. So you too, though. Y'all paying me too. Monetize me pages. And that's shit. That's the whole game. It's to actually create pages, and it's like clickbait. You say whatever you need to say to get people to watch it. But there's to me, you know, because you talk to any one of these guys, they tell you it's content, but I feel like it's a thin line between content and disrespect. It's very it's no intentional. I got to follow these certain type of rules. Yeah, man, they know it's all the same thing. They pitching out the window. 100%. It's content. It's content, and then it's sucker shit. I'm gonna be direct. That's it. I'm saying there's shit going on, but niggas are getting paid for such shit. That's the thing. So I actually paying them, and y'all say YouTube. So, but it's this though. When they get a million clicks on my name, you just got a big at the end of the month. How do you deal with that though? How do you deal with that? That's my question.
You don't worry about that.
I don't care enough. Like,
Yeah.
at this
Because
point,
I know you're gonna make a nigga more money if you entertain it. If you entertain it, now you gonna get super paid. That's why they take your best. But is there no best shit?
maybe in a younger time, like you would think, like at this point, like I don't care enough. Like I don't care what niggas is doing enough to, like if niggas go goofy, like you know how you say you see somebody and they used to be solid. If they go goofy, they just went goofy. No, and that's how they story ended. I know that you got 100%. No, let them live goofy ever ask. That's it.
But who said put that in that dictionary? That's the word. That's the goofy. The word we have after. That's what I'm on a dictionary. Google it. We got our own fucking dictionary.
How they story ended. You know?
No, but what I'm saying, my question is this. What he said when they shot at angry guys. So how do you deal with people?
One thing about real niggas, boy, hanging around my older uncles and hanging around my big cousins, them boys make up their own swag, their own rules, their own box. So I get it when they make up their own shit. I get it. I promise you, I get it.
Speaking on you, lies, rumors. We not here to clear up no rumors. That's one thing. You know that all the time. You never hear to clear up no rumors. Nobody. I don't got enough time to clear up no rumor, bro. Got that. How you feel?
I'm not really saying about my movies either.
Remember we had conversations about sometimes certain things are so big that
Yeah.
false. You yeah, I quit though. I quit. That was crazy. It was crazy. That was crazy. What are you talking about? This is a choice. We have a live audience and you violent in here, bro. Say,
Breast cancer is where this one. Listen. No, say it, bro. No, listen. Reword that and we have a company, bro. We talked about it. So I give you that. Yeah. It's hard to do here. Do you need a break? All right. This is crazy. Get right. Get it right. Let them chill. Let them chill. Yo, listen. You talked about sometimes when people say certain things, right? Let shit fly. We either let it fly, but you never say like let it fly, you let it fly. But some shit like where let's say like something criminal, where somebody's accusing you of something that it used to be you don't say nothing, but now because of the internet, the narrative spins. So now by the time you do respond, like the narrative is already went so fast. You already lose a side. And that's what they're saying. You gotta speak up. Yeah. We're not here to say something. You gotta say, you can't just sit back and let chairs. No, you can't do that. You definitely do that. But you can't just let something somebody. That's what I'm saying. If it's criminal, it's like a big thing. Somebody said you raped somebody. Mm-hmm. You can't sit back and just let that flow through the internet. Yeah. You gotta immediately. I would say telling your truth is not clearing up wounds. Sometimes just telling your truth is part of your story. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you just want to tell that anyway, but the rumors sometimes you gotta tell your truth sometimes. And that's how I feel, but I'm not clearing up my rumors. Like niggas is online like, yo, man, I know man was born in jail. That's not something new that happened. That rumor started here, but he started fucking doing that. Yeah. I said, well, I'm saying it wasn't saying it already. I thought that was a real thing. I didn't start that. I heard that. You heard it. It's from you. It's a rumor you didn't clear up, and now let it flourish. Heard it. Yeah, so by the time they get back, you started it. You were supposed to go live the next morning and clear and let niggas look, show niggas the birth certificate.
I like when you do that shit. With his little eyes and shit. That shit hard. Man, don't be down with his eyes. That's hard. It's good to see the real niggas being funny though. Just stop being goofy. You know what I'm saying?
You can do certain things with your child. As far as like our lifestyle, like in the club, smoking around, drinking around, like lifestyle.
15.
You introduce that to your kid or
15.
What age is that cool to do that?
Same age you was doing it.
See me right now, like with my daughters, I don't let them see that I smoke.
Yeah, with daughters, hell no.
But that's if they smell it and be like, Dad, what's that? But I'll be like, oh, that ain't nothing. Like, but I don't never let them catch me with a blunt. You know what I mean? Now, as they get older, I might, you know what I mean? I might be telling you because you know what we went through coming out. Because I seen that started early. Because I said I was smoking around us. Everybody around me smoked like with no everything around us. Cigarettes, everything. Cigarette, coke, cigarettes, everything. All cocaine. All cocaine is crazy. Rulers. For the record, my mom wasn't smoking none of that. You speak into them. That's all right. It's smoking none of that. It's a chest. It's like putting it so maybe just going and throwing like cigarettes. Nobody, mama, I'm gonna stay out there. I'm gonna play that up. Mama. We not even gonna put the cigarettes. We ain't gonna play them games. It's all on my mom like that. My mom ain't do no coke. I'm an 80s baby. It wasn't no hard rock smoke nowhere. I can't do that by myself. So you know, that's like so basically what they I say regular cigarette. I'm glad you got to say what they talk about. We got a whole thing. Basically, they said we don't want to have hard rock in our family. It's crazy. Hardcore homies and shit. They say they gonna teach things. They bought niggas go to yeah. I got it. It's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, back to the question. At what age, as a parent, well, you parents, everybody is a parent. You know what I'm saying? Don't watch you, Spence. You shoot it. You heard it? Like I just go. Man. Jermaine, y'all put that out there. I ain't that to you. Let's go. Jermaine, we all parents. So, what age do you let your son or your daughter see the stripper? See the ass shaking. See the blood smoke. I'm glad see the shots being taken, or just see our lifestyle. At what age is that cool for your child, whether they're a girl or a boy? Okay, that's a good question. So I think it's cooler with a son. So you know that when my daughter's married, that shit ever. You know that everybody over here that hung out with my son. That's my dad. Everybody. So my philosophy behind that was he gonna get to the age where he gonna want to explore and want to do these things anyway on his own.
Why not do it with me?
Show him how to do that.
Thank you. Real shit, bro. I always said that. If I'm smoking weed and my son he's smoking weed, I'd rather smoke with my son before somebody else lace a blunt and my son smoking it, or my son smoking and he get in trouble, or he's smoking in an area that he don't want to smoke in. I mean, that he shouldn't be smoking in and get caught. Like, be cool with your kids. Have your kids smoking at the crib so they can be safe. If you know him and his homeboy and two of his friends, they smoking. Had them smoking in the crib. I mean, at the crib, not in the crib. At the crib, in the garage, in the barn, in the back, outside, in the back. You on your ground smoking. You know what I'm saying? The police can't bother you. You ain't got to worry about people bother you. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, the weed game. So if we older and then our kids, if we 20 years older than our 20, 25, 30 years older than our kids, and our kids fucking with the weed, we know the weed game. We know that shit dangerous, and we know that you probably gonna be paying more than you supposed to pay. It probably is ugly. So why not? Don't introduce it to them, but I'll introduce it to them. But they probably already know them before you even introduce it to them. Between the rap and the videos and the people at school and the older people telling them and the wrong people influencing them, they probably gonna already know. But if you're a cool dad, I think it makes sense to go ahead and tell your kids about certain shit. Watch a movie with them and then explain what the movie is. Um, Explain what the movie is, and I think it's important to just smoke around your kids, bro. Do everything around your kids if your kids already doing it. If I'm fucking and my son fucking, bro, you can fuck in the crib, bro. You better bring that girl here, nigga. You better not go to her crib because her daddy gonna kill you. You supposed to know that. You better not go to her. You better not go. Her mama catch your ass in there, bro. She gonna get you. If her nigga catch you, her nigga gonna get you. So it's best to do your dirt at the crib, bro. I'm glad he said that. Shout out to Manio.
I took my son to Starbucks when he was 16.
See, 16, 15, 16.
I mean, I love my son, but you know how to be. I wish I had my father to sneak in and shit. Right, but you got to do that with them because they're gonna try to do it anyway. So you better do it with me so you can learn how to do it right.
Right.
It's fire and crazy at the same time, though. Like I said, you're taking your son in the strip club at 16 is fire, but it's still crazy.
It's crazy. I don't know if I took them to the strip club at 16, but maybe at 18, I started letting them hang out. You know, yes, I started taking them on the road, let them, you know. But the craziest story is when I went out with them and I had two young ladies with me, and one of them liked them, and one of them was I think it was maybe like 70 years older than me, and 7 years older than me. Yeah, what?
70, crazy. Y'all with some cougars.
Shoot that man. Man, it was 7 years. You know, so listen,
But y'all with Sharon.
the girl didn't believe that this was my son, right?
Right.
Long story short, we went back. We had a time. We went out. You know, did what we did. We drank, got crazy, whatever. And we went back. I'm upstairs, and all I heard was I heard hollering, yelling, and screaming. I checked up and looked. the fuck is that? Right. So I ran downstairs and see my son drilling on my couch. Mm-hmm. Wow, it's just rolling. You see that? You see that thing in 4K? I seen it 4K. I couldn't understand. I said, I have to be the worst father in history. I have to be proud at the same time. 100%. Listen, that's right. I know it's you though. You was proud, nigga. You got your own lane. Why you here on my couch? I ain't felt animalistic. But at the same time, I'm like, this shit crazy. He's proud. It was wild. That came from you. Right. So somebody look at that and say that's you're a bad father.
Shit.
Of course, it depends who's looking at it.
Yeah, depending on who's looking at it.
I salute that. Right. The average father was the average father at that point he had been about 20. That's the same time. I said, right. 19, she was strong. I smelled and sweating, but still.
1920. Hold on, what Jim about to say?
It's also 11.
Hold on, wait.
You should have been on my couch. Hey,
I feel him on that. Let me speak on that. So I mean, you gotta be real, man. You gotta think about it. Kids gonna get to it earlier than you got to it. And then you gotta think about how young you got to it. And most people start at, you know what I'm saying, 13, 14. Most people start 15, 16. Some people start 10, 11, 12. So man, you talking about 19. If you a man and you start 19, 20, you late, bro. Just imagine you fucking a girl, you 19, 20, and she 19, 20, and you just not starting. And she started when she was 14. You talking about 14, that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. She got 5 years under her belt. You know how much fucking a girl do in 5 fucking years? You know how much girl get to it in 1 year? So man, nah, man, like it's best for a man to start young. It's best for a man to get taught young and then start. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to have the experience. Because as a man, you got to have the experience. A girl don't need experience, but a girl be having more experience than a dude because the girls get to it more than dudes. But you got to be a guy that get to it just as much as a girl, especially in your teenage years. In your teenage years, you're supposed to get to it because if you don't, you're gonna end up wifing up a hoe. In your 20s, you're gonna end up wifing up a girl that got kids by a nigga. You're gonna be end up wifing up a girl who been ran through by everybody, or you're gonna wife up a girl that was ran through by everybody. So you better learn the game young and get the experience young, so you can jump in the game and be with the shits. You gotta be with the shits. You gotta know the rules to the game and play by the rules. If you don't play by the rules, you're gonna get got. That with girls, that with life, that with anything.
Point there. Yeah. On the couch, man. You should have. You got a room though. You should have minded your business. Yeah. You should have minded your business. It was only grown folks in your house. I thought it was somebody need parental guidance. You don't mind your business. No, listen. I ain't gonna front damn it. You weren't in the way. What? Damn it, that's the he's in the way. Nothing. So you should say that. That's crazy. You still picked it. That's crazy. Yeah, he was in the way. Listen, he was in the way. He was in the way. I was swinging in my house. And Dad, like when you pulled up, what's up, Dad? You still had some action. I said, why was you? That's what I had to upstairs. He said, yo, we just came in and just.
It got crazy, nigga.
It got crazy.
See, it got crazy, nigga. I know, nigga. It got crazy. You been in jail, see, man. Y'all niggas, hey, man, y'all gotta be real, bro. Man, shit get crazy, boy. You and girl get to touching, get to kissing, and boom, y'all fucking, man. Shit, you be done fuck her standing up. If she got a dress on and your shit hard, man, and she get to sucking your shit, man. First of all, Shawty gonna suck that shit in the Uber before we even get to the spot. She sucking that shit in the Uber, so by the time we get in the spot, soon as we get in the spot, we get into it. Ain't no damn couch. We don't even need nothing but space and opportunity. Like, fuck all that. That you gotta be making a movie like the movies out here.
You got watching movies. I had to. It could have been. I didn't know what. But you said you couldn't stay for. You wasn't mad at me. You wasn't mad at that.
I definitely was mad. He went back upstairs like, damn, my bitch wasn't screaming like that.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that one needs behavior.
That's all I know. That's wait a minute. Still ain't right. Listen, what the? Said my ears supposed to be deceiving. Upstairs, I said, you don't say it like that. You don't say it like that. See what's going on here? It's looking bad. Crazy. Bring my nail, matter of fact. Little boy down there on the stick. You know, survive, man. Damn. You gotta turn this shit. I thought you was sleeping. Now y'all back. That's what it was. Yeah, you thought you was sleeping. Man, that's what that. Now y'all battling in the crib. Crazy. So,
What you did if you were doing it all live? Like, what you did?
what? That's the best.
It's like all the young, like we just talking about, all the young niggas, they gotta do this shit.
What did you do? This what you doing, bro? That is new shit.
Nah, you gotta go live.
Damn, this is the new shit.
Social media, you gotta like, even with your kids, I feel like, especially in our case, but like overall, you have to be careful what they digesting off social media, what they putting up on social media. I don't know if y'all like check, you know, say y'all sons are a little bit older, but like I got a teenage son and I got a 10-year-old, so I'm definitely checking what they put on, so what they put out there from at their ages. You know what I'm saying? So, do y'all feel that's a good thing to do? You know what I'm saying? Overall, check like my kids.
To a certain age, I believe, yeah, you got a mindset that man, watch what's going on because it's crazy out there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and a lot of these kids don't understand severity of some of the things they put out there because they stuck in their own culture that they think everything is all right. Like that SMD, they throw that shit around all over the place. You know what I mean? And they gonna throw that shit to the wrong person and somebody gonna take offense to it and shit like that. So no, 100%. And I got a daughter. She's 13, right? So it's like my daughter's mother got all these gadgets and apps that prevent her from going on certain sites, right? Because some of this stuff that they got on the internet is
Even with a daughter, it might be even worse. Well, it's worse than us because they also seeing all kind of girls and what they doing. And, you know, sexually looking at girls that they might even look up to and seeing what they doing and, you know, digest that and now they in their world and they listen to
it's social media too, because like none of my kids got social media. They don't got Instagrams or none of that. But it's the YouTube shorts. It's the reels. It's the TikToks. It's the you don't have to have a social media. All that TikTok is social media. It is, but it's kids accessible. It's that stuff that's still accessible for the kids.
And the TikTok, IG. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
I see way more on TikTok than I see on IG. IG flag TikTok, and it's all quick shit, so they could be on this shit. But what you see on IG in an hour, you can see that shit on TikTok in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. It's just so much
the same amount of content though. So I think it is a good to try to monitor that though. I think as a parent, just be aware, bro. Understand the world we live in. Hard though, bro. And not what you're be aware 24/7. Like, but you still do it. But you got the power as a parent to snatch that iPad, to snatch that phone, and see what's going on. What you been doing? You know what I mean? With that being said, do you think that we've embarrassed our kids with some of the things that we have floating around the line, some of the things that may have popped up from what we have done in the past or what we have done in our career, things like that, you know what I mean? Yeah. Not with my babies, but with my son, like with Jay, he about to be 16. He's in tune. So he'll ask me shit like, yo, what was this about? And I got to really be like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's really embarrassment. It's just more like it's something that's not positive about you. Right. And kid, well, you know what school you got in high school explain that. You gotta get my brother never had to explain good or bad. Like,
yeah, I'm not.
You got to test that. Like, that shit is. Like, you gotta be like that.
You actually, what's this on the end? Man, give me your phone.
I think the kids is there. Yeah. I don't know. I'm telling break it down. I break it down. I've done things. I've done things where I know that my son notices because when he came home one day from school one day and be like, there's some of that shit that popping up in the news for and all that shit be affecting me in school. And I want to give him the fame and all that. So it made me aware of that shit. Like me not knowing how much his kids were going to say. I remember I did one thing at all, man. Calling that. I ended up going to Angel, like, I need to come on. I heard you two skills. Yeah, these are what Angel showed me. That's what I want to say. And that is that. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, it's different. That's the shit. But I'm just saying, boy, you asked her what she's smoking. Yeah, but also I wasn't walking in. I wasn't walking in. I saw what they do. Why you on Channel 4 News for whatever reason and shit like that? Like you would have asked, ended up on TV. You know that my father would have never ended up on TV on the news. Like I said, like you're not going today. Asking where it is. We knew our place. You ain't asking the parents. You ain't checking that. You ain't taking your parents. You ain't. What's up with this? Yeah, but we also ain't seen our parents on fucking. You seen worse in front of you. I've seen them brother worse in front of you. I've seen your mom do whatever. So that's what did you just say? It's a whole room. But what did you just say? It's a whole new era for these kids, right? I just think it's in real time. The parents is soft. So hold on. This thing is now no matter what kids are soft, that's great. What they call it shooting at us, bro. So that's a child's mother. So we'll say you and Jimmy. So that's your days is soft. No, I think so. You have to be. You can't say in the middle of what you're doing because if you got children watching you, but like kids fucking running up on you talking about. What's this? And that, nah. What if they don't when you hold it, something that's like you gotta be mindful of what you do. Yeah, but sometimes that's the other window when you try to especially nigga, I just like you just know how to go. What shit happens? What you mean mindful of? Nigga, shit happens, you end up on the news, nigga. Like you need mindful shit happens. Well, say the news, you can't control nothing. Like your kids can see that. That pressure about to fit a few times with my son. You did like it's like I think it may be even more dangerous when they don't say something. I got a whole song about killing my baby mother. What? Yeah, about killing my son's mother. Like, you going definitely for what? Yeah, long time ago. But what I'm saying is this. All right, I know this. Now we in Bible. I came from this damn. I'm trying to tell you. Like, bro, it's the point you get issues and people. Baby mama, Baby mama trauma. Baby mama trauma is a real thing. This song is on Apple Music. Yeah. What's the title of that? He dropped that. It's called Kill You. It's old. It's my first. Let's play this on the That's the no. Listen. My point is this though. I never had a conversation with my son about it. Has he heard the song? Yeah, as we had to have. But that's my point. I think you see how you said when you have a conversation with people, I think it may be even more dangerous when you hold the things inside. Because you don't know how they may feel about certain things. That's my point. You have to ask them, like, yo, I know you never did that. I never did that. And I think, no, you know that's about your mom, but you never chopped it up with him. You just put that song out. And yeah, because he was younger then. But as you growing up, you know certain things is going on in your family. Right. You know your father made a song about killing your mother. Yo, what? Yo, this is a different kind of artist. This is, yo, what we talking about? Here's a topic that you might be familiar with. There's jail. there's jail. Momentum of an artist. Definitely. When he gets back into society. Definitely. Reacclimated to society. Could jail hurt an art? I mean, you've been there, bro. No, I want you to know exactly shit. It's a cultural experience. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, my brother. I really wouldn't know. And the reason why I wouldn't know is because when I went to jail, I wasn't even rapping. You just was born there. So there is a big difference. I was right. They did listen to you. They did me. I stand correctly, right? So I really wouldn't know. So when I was in prison or whatever, and I learned how to, pick up the rap bug, it was all a new experience. So I came home. So I don't know what it is to have a career, get locked up, and then go to jail. I just don't word jail, and it's been tricky. So you some talking about what I mean. Straight to jail. All right. I thought it was for you. Like, you gotta tell them. That's terrible. Or you tell them. You put this room out there. I'm just crazy. No, for real. My man Fred says you have jail grace. Is that true, Fred?
Yeah, he got jail. What's he got there for this? When it comes from being in jail.
But you know what? You know why? Because I understand the world. You understand.
You have an understanding.
So I know what it feels like to be in the street, and I understand what it feels like to exist in prison.
This understanding.
It was super hot, and you go to jail. I don't know that feeling because of the generation, though. Right. I think it's so quick now, and it's so much coming out at a rapid. I think back in the day, if you were super high, got locked up, you could come home and no, I think no. Do it hurt your momentum? Because that's what it is. If you who you are, songs can outlast your bid. I would say the songs, if your songs still hot through your whole bed when you come home and you go to the club and it's still playing.
Kind of big, but that gotta be go to jail for a year. If you do a 5-year bid, them songs is over. You do a couple years, them songs is not gonna last 5, 6 years. You know,
but you got that kid like Rio from Detroit. He came home and he going crazy. They don't seem to have stopped his buzz at all. His kid, his name is Rio. Rio, they don't fucking Rio SP. They don't care. Oh, he got right. So he just came back on separately. But that's what I'm saying. I think they can help. It depends on who the person is. They can help us. And what type of fan base you have. How dedicated to your hire. Before he was on Superfire. He was one of them dudes like that they fuck with. So but some dudes be on fire and losing when they get locked up. But it depends on who you are, I would say it is, and what type of fan base you are. Because it can help with your story. If your fans fuck with you, your fans fuck. You know what I'm saying? It can be a part of your story. They be waiting for it. Right. So the thing is, it can be like, well, look, and I chill. Like, time you come back home, you go even crazy.
I think it's also how you come once you come back out. How
he came back, bro. He went crazy. But it's only a certain few that could do that.
Everybody don't keep up the pace. I don't want to say nobody names, but we've all seen some people, like you just said, that you named, like, was able to catch their flow in, but there's certain people who
it don't work for them.
Like, they don't get back and flow the same way. You know what I mean? So
that flow dusty. Yeah. So I'm telling what beginning to too. Like that's a bad. Them outfits so horrible. What do you think keep them around? Do you think it's the fans that keep them around, or do you think it's the music that?
I think it's the music. If you come home and make some fire music, they're gonna be like, "Oh, he back." If you come home and make something that's trash, they're gonna be like, "Oh." So
what you know in the first 24 hours when you see him on social media, you see his outfit, you know. 100%, you know. Off the album, 100%, you know. You don't know if we already know what you shouldn't be, we should not be doing. We're not gonna mention that. Social media now, you gotta come home like niggas gotta have a covenant outside.
Yeah, that's amazing what type of word nigga.
What the situation is, bro? Like they don't even know what the situation is. They better come home. That's how they gauge everything. Shit on. They definitely got what they see. Better take that shit off in the sprinter. Yeah, it's changed immediately. That's the cameras is broken.
How you came home when you came home?
I got picked up. That's 500 back then. Yeah. But it's crazy. It's crazy though, because Nelly came home and they was not allowing us to pick him up because he had to go straight to the halfway jump. Like if you did, like, people don't know like how certain things work when you coming home for everybody. You picked up for everybody, not just coming home and going. Some niggas gotta come home and go.
Somebody 6'9", 6'9", says something.
Shit like that. I picked up a lot of dudes coming home from the person. Picked up Joe Spring up there, picked them up. She got to pick them up from the bus station. Picked up a lot of my guys. Picked up a lot of my comrades. I got picked up. That's how my brother, shout out to Dyko. He picked me up. It was like, hey, there's a black Mercedes out there. See, that's for me. That's for me.
Since you have jail grace, how did that feel? Like when you come home in that world, you came home without that and came home to know the difference? Like, what's your name? Like, have you been locked up and came home and didn't have that and then came home? So every time you came home,
I only came home. I just came home. Well, I came home technically twice, but I did a violation and come right back. Mm-hmm. But I came back again, and that time I just took a plane home. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, we was never on regular timing, right? It was never booking the bus, never doing none of that. It's no feeling like it, brother. There's no feeling like
freedom.
I gotta feel like, if you come back, you jump back of 10, you're going back of color, like, you know what I mean? It helps stimulate
Yes.
the mindset.
That's how they played mental games. They wasn't jacking that. No. That's probably from him too, definitely. They turned him from the box. Escorted him to the trade. Watching him get on that bitch and that's why we had to meet him in the business. But now I understand that. But and you know how the internet like this is what you're saying. Then now they saying like this is what we talking about. If you don't come back, you already saying because you ain't like look at just you on that. You kind of explain it out now, right? Like before you didn't say nothing about it, because I'm sure like you've seen like people saying, come on, like you said, we don't. I wouldn't care about cleaning out the room, but we just talk about it. So it was like, all right, it's a good time for me to write about how people are talking. You know about ins and outs or whatever. You know what I mean? But that's the internet, bro. They're gonna always speak on what they don't know and form their own opinion on what they don't. But they create the narrative. They create the narrative. They don't have like you were just saying. They ain't been said. Yeah, that's real shit. If you do some foul, criminal, like rape or some foul shit, right? And you just sit back and let
you gotta clear that.
You gotta what you mean? All right, I gotta step back. This is the first time Capo said what was going on with that. They been talking, they ain't like money from home like that. Yeah, but
you know that's different from somebody saying you did something criminal that you know what I mean. That's essential. People just talking shit. You gotta.
It's affect us. Listen, we are Mr. Daily. Listen, right? The niggas are seeing us. That's a fact. It's still you say. But here's still more than we hear it, bro. Here's the thing about that. Here's the thing about that. You damn if you do and you damn if you don't. Because when you answer something, they say, "Oh, I didn't answer for it." If it ain't real, why you answer? Then when you don't answer, you move. They say, well, that's something. Yeah, I got a fun question. How do you jail? Move how you move. Besides Tupac, who do you think had the best comeback coming out of jail? Wayne, million in a week. Weezy, million in a week. I forgot Wayne was in that category. Yeah, right. Weezy came back with a mill in a week. Let's not forget that. Yeah. 100%. Easy. Yeah. Besides Pop, right? Yeah. I mean, you're right. I like how Bob's came back. He had the Bob's another one. Came back. Bob's came back. What? And that was what 17 years, some shit like that? Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot, right? A lot. Hold on, it was right off the Bob. Because Wayne's still in the digital era. I think it was at the cusp. Wayne? That's when he came back right for a million, right?
Yeah, but was that in a digital?
Nah, that was right. That was right before. That was before. That was before. I said, AIG. No, I was
high school.
Million too. What's that?
Invincible, right? That's Twitter wasn't there. Twitter wasn't even there. So he wasn't there for bowling, nigga. That was TRA. He did his bit after bowling on 6. That was he went in there like
Yeah.
Oh, he did the remix, right? But Twitter wasn't there. You had to go buy that. Yeah. So he was streets
CD.
Yeah, it's physical, all CDs. You had to go. So that's how you gonna get that. So his trajectory wasn't affected by streams and all that. No, it wasn't affected by the jet. And being in jail. Oh, not at all. I think it made him more.
Because the expectation and the anticipation was built. Wayne was already a big artist.
Yeah, I remember Wayne. So it was big. In high school, everybody was like, "Man, them mixtapes was crazy."
Yeah, exactly what you're going
I've been there.
He wasn't locked up for that.
Dedication.
For a long time, and they still went crazy. It's your fan base though. At the bottom,
I think it's still the anticipation too. That 10 years is 10 years of anticipation. So people fuck with you.
But if they love you though,
yeah, if they love you, right. A big artist or people fuck with your sound before you left.
Because before all the crazy shit, niggas go crazy when Bell came home. And when the last time Vibes could, like when he performed in Brooklyn, right? You know what I'm saying? Like even niggas boys making what he went, it was going. Niggas went for shit though. But I'm saying though, like you know what I'm saying? He did all that time, and then the show he got is in the fucking ball players. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's different. That's I like how you said that he did all that time. So that means that he's definitely going to be right. And then the next question is that music. Is there ever a time to retire? Obviously, he's definitely not a very used to be. His career just started all over again. So I would say for us, I don't think there's really a time to retire.
Me too.
So artists out there, you know, since still performing, bro.
Hey, man.
Like Smokey Robinson, that shit is up to you. Yeah, but what?
Yeah, yeah, shit up.
Robinson fan. That's the music she like, Motown and all that. You can still catch Smokey in Atlantic City or Vegas or some shit.
No.
They don't treat rap artists like that shit. Sick and Smokey shit with him. What you just said, my boy.
So that means
What he just said, they don't treat rap artists. It's up to because our culture. It's up to you. Our culture cannibalizes the artists. It's like, oh, until I fall off and that shit dead empty, I feel like I could do this.
Right. I think you should retire. You should retire when your heart's not in it anymore. Anything that you do, anything that you do, if you ever.
so Fat Joe need to stop telling people not to try to make it. So if you over 40 and 50 or 60 or 70 and your ass still doing it, you can't tell nobody to start doing it. Fat Joe he'll say don't do it and don't try to do it and don't pursue it. If you ain't made it by a certain age, nah, keep going till you make it. You know, if you don't make it, you don't make it. That's all. But don't tell nobody not to try, and don't keep trying. You started over and tried, and you still in it. So don't tell nobody that ain't in the game to not try to get in the game. I don't think that's fair to say. When y'all 50 years old and still in the game, of 45 plus and still in the game, y'all kids in the game. That's when you know you've been in the game a long time. When your kids is 20 something in the same game as you, or you've been working at a job for 20 years and your son is in his 20s and now he working, that means you've been in the game for a long time. That's OG shit. So don't tell nobody to not do it when you did it. You can't do that. Don't listen to people that tell you stuff. Nah, a person that's not in your position wants to be in your position. Most people that's not in your position want to be in your position. So it's best to tell them how to get in the position. But I realize most people don't even want you to be in the position that they in. So they distract you and discourage you and tell you not to pursue it or try for it or keep going. You ain't stopped. So why you telling me not to stop? You ain't stopped. And then you say you lost it, got it back, lost it, got it back. So every time you lost it, you was at zero. So when you was at zero, I'm at zero. And then you tried and kept going and made it and succeeded. And now you back on. So why I can't keep trying till I make it and succeed? You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful when listen to the people, man. I'm telling you. 'Cause everybody ain't got your best intention. So don't never stop. Keep going. It's like them. They realizing now that rap ain't what it is. So now they talking and podcasting. So this is something new. So people can get onto and get hip to. It's a new thing to make money from.
Not passionate or your heart ain't in it no more.
I'm gonna look up see how
You should do it. I think you should find something else that you do, like you know,
Probably serious. Probably eight. Probably see it's like
years or something. And without saying it, I feel like a lot of them lose their heart in music. You know what I'm saying? They lose the process, the going to the label, all of that. It could make people lose their passion for it. So when people don't have that passion, it's not that it's not that you can't do nothing else because you're not saying passion for something else. You find a passion for podcasting. You find a passion for business. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
I know the guy. I know his face in my head, but I can't think his name.
I think
Smokey Rob
shit in there that you should tell them
be him.
that they should. If your heart ain't in it, if you ain't really like about it, you can't. You're not passionate about what you do.
He's fucking fire.
Freedom. And I don't think that sets a low thing that's a label or nothing. I think that's you. Like once you get to that point where it's like, yo, I done did what I feel like I can do with it. That's you. I'm good. I want to lock in on something else. I don't got the energy to be in the studio every night. I don't want to write songs.
Yeah.
I feel like a nigga can get to that point. Okay, that's one scenario. So what about the nigga that's keep persistent but not being real with himself? He should wrap it up. He might be living up to it. Hey, I'm asking you a question. What you said? In his heart, in his mind, he's doing what he wants to do. Right. He's doing what he believes in. It doesn't matter what he love to do. I don't think it should be a ceiling on your dream. If that's your passion, you should be allowed to do that. Do your shit. Yeah. He doing it without getting any money for it. Some people look at that and say, "Yo, why are you doing that?" But some it might be fulfilling something else. So yeah, it could be whatever for him. He might be happy you with your job, getting more money than him. Right. That's the fact. He should be allowed to do that. It's people doing jobs that they hate every day just to make money. That's what I'm saying. So they hate going there. They hate being a part of it. They hate their coworkers. They hate their boss. But guess what? They're getting rent. So if you can do what you want to do, that's one of the most fulfilling, fulfilling thing. Yeah. That's a fact. Like to do for a living. Wake up every morning. You don't do that, but you said something really important though, because I see a lot of conversation about this. You said, you know, as far as being artists and then even podcasting, there's been a lot of talk about artists, rappers coming to a podcasting space. You see, a lot of people feel like, why are the artists coming to podcasting space? Why, like, I believe that we should. The thing about where we at right now in this time is that we can do whatever we want to do, whether it's real estate, whether it's acting, whether it's opening a business, whatever that is, barbershop, a restaurant, podcasting. I think we should be able to do whatever we want to do. I don't think that we should be bound by limits on what we do. But there's people that feel like, why y'all coming over here? How y'all feel about that? That's every lane, though. They gonna hate on every lane. Like, yeah, that's fair too. So you not nice. You not like, it's anything like this shit wide pause. This shit wide open for whatever you want to do, bro. Like, it's money everywhere with this shit. I think it's like it's people tapped into every lane for this shit. Who don't want to hear their favorite? Say a nigga is Fab. Fab is their favorite rapper. Right. Say a nigga their favorite rapper. Jim, you know what I'm saying? Right. Who don't want to hear us chopping it up, giving my opinion on shit? I think it's so. That's a fact. The natural progression, like how cell phones was. Like we had the flip phone. We all loved the flip phone, and then the smartphone came out and shit like that. I believe like this is something. That's a fact. For us to adapt to as far as artists or successful artists that have been in the game, and it gives it a different validity to it because of the success we have and the people we are. So the average podcaster might be somebody that nobody knows, built his fame from here. Now, us getting on this camera are all people that people know. We have our own fan base. Now they get to hear us talk, and now they get to respect our views for who we are as a person. I think that's natural for us in the world that we're in already, with us already being journalists, we doing music and shit. I think this is a place that was going in this direction anyway. For anybody that's smart, because we know that music runs a little bit different. The money that a lot of us are used to in the music world is now moving over here to the podcast world. People are getting paid a lot more money on this side than the musician side. Even us, we get to use both with our advantage. 100%. How you feel about that? I just did the research from we came to do the episode with Jim, and I guess it got a lot of traction and people was talking about it. And I wasn't really like, I never really saw myself as a podcaster or like really doing it anyway. I don't really like talking or being on. I don't do much podcasts. Other people people think you quiet. Neither. Look what they say. I am. Let me tell you something. You really not. I am. You're not. I know. 100%. Put your fucking shit on. You gotta know him, right? You're not quiet at all, right? But the thing is, this is the thing is this. People say like, oh, I'm so surprised to see Fab speaking. Yeah, this shit Jadakiss too. But that's also due to y'all. Like a lot of my love and respect comes from the way we are able to bond as comrades in different directions, different lanes, different boroughs, whatever is different about us, but we still come together and as a conversation. It was 5 niggas that worked out. And that's where it just really built the camaraderie for me. It's like this is kind of like
based from our friendships from there. And then I could have these conversations. I wouldn't be sitting with three other
You
people.
couldn't do this if this wasn't. I'll say about the research there. What compelled you to really do this?
I did the research on just podcasting and, like you said, the money that's going into it, the way people are digesting and people are sitting and listening to. To be honest, I think when I was not really against it, but just didn't see I didn't sit and watch podcasts, like sit and watch people talk. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like talking myself, so like sit and watch other people talk or talk about other people, like it just wasn't my thing. But like I seen how the audience has changed from like podcasting to streamers and every way people are digesting that the same way they digest their music or even more in some cases. So that's was the research I was doing with just how it, you know what I'm saying? And I think if you have a podcast, it is kind of like a platform that people will say is like oversaturated. But I think if you find what your thing is, what your niche is, it'll separate you from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And I think our situation kind of separates us from others because it's a little bit different just because of our careers separately. So coming together is a little bit different than.
But it's like the Avengers, honestly. It's like,
Which Avenger, you know,
Iron Man. It's what? I'm Iron Man. You the old Batman. You're not even you DC, man.
yeah, it's not, you know,
Right, so you say you DC. You're Iron Man. So we don't have to have the Batman comes out anymore. You're Iron Man. But I have all the suits. All the suits, all the Batman suits. First star from 1966. I don't even know what he has been for. 1966. I'm like, what are you talking about? Let's not forget 1966, your favorite suit, the gray and black suit. Okay?
the first one was like the pajamas.
Yeah. Boom, this being made. That's the suit. With the yellow strings on it, you heard? With the big diamond strings. Stop playing, man. Anyway, I'll get into that. Oh, let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think that with the podcast era, like what's going on right now, do you think it's overexposing the artists more than it did back in the day? Because back in the day, like, just me watching, like, as a fan of rap, you know what I'm saying? Like, when Fab first came out, when you first dropped, when Dipset was rolling and all that, you only seen what you seen. Niggas wasn't doing a bunch of interviews. It was steep. It looked a bunch of, but it also wasn't social media and all these. You know what I'm saying? All these texts that people.
Yeah, that's a fact.
To see y'all in magazines. So it was a very big. But that was because everything wasn't that accessible as it is today. So do you think that's.
And it wasn't off guard either.
You got even swag on everybody though. Everybody swagged out, boy. Ain't nothing like folk guys be swagged out. I'm from a time everybody wanna dress alike, be alike.
And what's going on today?
Everybody got their own swag, got their own thing going on,
Keep up with what's going on.
their own motion.
Niggas wasn't doing drip checks back then. The music that's not enough. There's too many artists. Yeah. If you get bumped into somebody outside, like, I got a camera on you. It's just as important as the music right now. Maybe more important. It's more important. Yeah, the music just follow up. If the music's all the content, what is it? People are more invested into the artist and seeing what the artist is about personally than the artist with the music. They want to see the truth. They want to hear the artist talk. They want to hear who the artist is, who they believe them to be. That's all it is, you heard? So 100%.
I do like hearing the stories. I like the podcast stories, like
Those are dope.
like people tell them, you know, it's wild funny. Mr. Commodore on IG.
He's acting as the now. He go crazy. Shout out to Mr. Commodore. You gotta come up here and reenact what the skits won't live one time for us. Yeah. When he was over there breaking.
That's the stories podcast. Like basically bringing more insight.
That when I was like, that was going on. When I'm looking at the Zell thing right now, talking about meat break dances. Yeah.
See, look at man over the grass.
It's a whole show. Which are even talking
Lobby boys.
Also, lobby just. Is he crazy, bro? Lobby talk. But
You said one nigga born in jail.
he institutionalized.
Institute.
Now you agree with that?
I got to listen. You gotta embrace some different stuff. You gotta embrace the niggas for saying that. Oh, you gotta embrace what it is, though, right? It's like
Nigga
nigga
was born in the
yeah, right. You need your merch, right? Born in jail, right? That's a crazy merch. I got a bunch of checks.
I gotta check that with the flow.
Whoa,
Let's see.
you embracing the everything.
I never knew you was like that. So niggas,
Do you realize
like you was bad off like 78 hindsight.
no, it's niggas ain't everybody. Either one got is a project, right? Either one, right?
Either one.
They got buildings with no elevators.
That's just a zoo.
Right?
That's the
So I already won that conversation. I already won that. I should got that. I mean, that's one of you embracing that. Absolutely. Name. What's up? What name? We don't books can determine books. That's how we need our rules to what we see. No, it's not about books. It's about facts. So I mean, you understand facts?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Facts.
this is a uno. This is a little
Yeah. What?
you can't stack your force.
I don't know what that means.
Because they only gave you a regular death clause this year. Don't need no money.
Not at all.
I'm not. So what we got going on, man?
Shit,
We
we're talking about retirement.
accomplishing your goals.
We just talked about this retirement shit or we should that.
Or being in competition.
Yeah, we just not business said that. I mean, I think because the thing is, you should be able to do what you want to do for as long as you want to do.
But
That's
that's
a fact.
so
That's how you feel.
then what?
What you want to do.
Who you trying to I personally, this is me speaking for myself. I'm not trying to outdo nobody.
Yeah, I've always been like that myself.
Myself.
There you go. You're your own opposition.
Whatever I felt like I couldn't do, or whatever barrier,
You're your own competition.
I'm trying to pass.
Yeah. You're your own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whoever I know or don't know.
Yeah.
And nigga, like I'm not here
Yeah. We're not here for that.
to compete.
And that's the thing. It's like we do is more than that.
Last competition was basketball. I wanted to be.
So yeah, who was that?
I was
That's what I said.
you
No, I heard about it.
check it out.
No, I heard.
I'm not.
He was like, what?
Just look at that.
You play ball in jail. It's like that.
Of course.
I seen clips of East. It looked like East was like that.
I was big
Basketball, still like that.
It's nice.
He tell you shit like that.
Exactly. I remember that talking about
Yeah,
remember that
still like that.
Then we played ball again. Yeah, I remember that.
I gotta get you that footage, bro.
Man,
I gotta get you that footage, bro.
I'm not themselves ever nice.
wasn't, but you
To me, I was nice though. Even before that, you gotta stop trying with me, nigga.
you was shooting all over point guard.
Wait up.
I'm not good, bitch. I'm not good. I'm not good.
Wait up.
This nigga was a shooter dog for the Rikers also. So I was a shooter dog all over the north. All up north. Let's start.
Shooting guard.
Shooting guard. Number 3 is a Rikers all-star.
Well, listen, yo, no.
You made the all up top.
No, 100%. No, I ain't had time for that anymore.
Alright.
I was caught up in other ones.
Something's going on.
Yeah, truly, I was good up with that. But, you know, I wouldn't say I was ever nice.
It's
my
I can't say you close for the pillar. Niggas get out.
No, we played some Let's not act like we didn't play this PC, but not we should have won.
Not to get on doing it.
No, like that's what they used to say before he started running. That's why I said so. I used to ignore him when he used to come to the studio after he got kicked in high basketball. Yeah, because they like, yo, he nice, he the rank all shit. I'm like, yo, bully me. That's the thing. I go back to school, go change the ball. Like,
It's over.
but you know, kid, rap. He's like, oh, he want to rap. I'm like, yo, look, I gave him like a year to see if he want to go back and play ball. That's crazy.
It was over. I'm trying to. This nigga took.
Why you dropped out of school? Well, let's talk about it.
I didn't dress. I didn't see that.
No. It's not one example for you. I was training. Born in jail.
I was in jail, sure. I went to jail.
What the hell are you doing in there?
I was.
Why was you there?
Oh, that's why you niggas got so much in common. Yo, why you driving? You had a promise and you like you understandably, if you know you could have been an NBA player. It looked promising. So what you made a mistake.
No, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah, it's bad. I got caught up with a hammer. So I got back to New York. From Baltimore. Don't say you was coming to my studio. I don't want to be part of this. No, I wasn't coming in. But that was at that time. So they after that.
Why you got this helmet at that time?
He won't let you on the hand. Where was that? But as a young black man, what you in college? What college you going? I wasn't hanging out on the campus. I was with. Where you was at? Who I was with? What college you go when you just got? You still got the chance. Right. The fact that you could have been an NBA player, you still here. The rap is crazy. It's nice though. I talk like. No, I get it. No, you are nice. 100%. You go on your album. I'm on your album. But what I'm saying, this is the thing. To be a collegiate athlete, your grades got to be in order. What word was that? Collegiate. Collegiate. It's legit. It's legit. So you know this and to make sure. It's legit. Collegiate. To be, you know, to play for the team, you have your grade. Your academics got to be right. You have bad academics, especially with my grade. Academics.
You want Jada might be got some. It might be got some charm. Might be got some confidence.
He's playing in algebra. See, you was fucking off.
And that just proves that I wasn't like that. Because if you like that, somebody doing that.
Oh, wow.
Yo, am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? I thought it was like that. I thought it's just correctly.
He was
Is that a dog?
He was waiting for that.
Is that
No, that's not the government getting louder. That was crazy. I'm gonna shut the whole album in the meeting. I'm gonna shut it. Say, I'm gonna shut y'all. So basically, he said,
coming that easy?
you wasn't like that.
Y'all know the nigga just doing that. If you ain't like that, alright. Alright.
Yo, listen.
Alright, I'm
Yo,
done.
listen. Why? And this is the shit that we gotta deal with all day, every day. But yeah, basketball ain't really stuff. You don't even know what to do no more, man. It's the way your leg, man. No, it's this one? Yes, it's this one here. I don't understand you.
Yeah.
It's this way. You get me? I'm trying to shoot out. Don't say like that.
That's
This. You trying to shoot at me? Now you just showing your boots off. I never did this.
Yeah, them shits is hard though. Them boots.
Ever. My body not built like this, but never did this. I love you, boys.
yo, he's dope. What I was saying was like athletes too, like when they in that position too, they'll have people making sure that they you know what I'm saying?
So he could have been.
I was joking, but like,
I mean, he could have like the top players. What you're saying?
I'm saying that I'm not saying he couldn't have been a top. I'm saying top players. They do that.
Friends, I'm also gonna tell. I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000. I wasn't at a top school.
Right.
What he's talking about is at Kentucky. What school you went to? That's at Duke. That's at Kansas. That's at. Where you was at though, bro? I'm in Richmond, in Virginia.
Okay.
I'm in Towson in Baltimore. That's the two schools I went to. Yeah, in Richmond. That's crazy for a year. So you started picking up pistols. That's wild. Your Brooklyn niggas go crazy. You're on fire. You picking up pistols and then you just messing off your career, bro. But I didn't. That wasn't intentional. It was intentional.
When you rapping, when you rapping and you was playing ball,
that was intentional. I was intentional. What did you make it your way there? You intensely was going
so was you rapping already when you was playing ball, or you started after you stopped?
I was rapping, but like it wasn't. I was just rapping like the book,
like a hobby, like
I knew like it. I mean, this nigga knew I was rapping. This nigga curved me for a summer, whole summer. Pull up on him every day. I went basketball. Capo.
Yo,
I wanted him to Capo.
Sometimes you gotta curve a nigga for a whole summer. That's
make sure you know they not wasting my time. This was my basketball efforts. I'm all for it. Right. I didn't know if you were dipping and down. You was asleep. Every time I pull up on you was here.
You got curved niggas saying they ready something. Niggas ain't ready when they think they be ready. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Niggas think they be ready, but they don't be ready. You got curved them until they ready.
Appreciate it. It makes you better as a man, as a woman. So it makes you ready. Like, tell me, well, you was got the niggas in the hood there. But I'm telling niggas, yo, I'm like a fucking Capo. I'm coming back with this verse tonight. So now I got 10 niggas in the projects waiting for the verse that I never got for the summer. Then we finally did it. Jake
He still did good. He still made it big.
Yeah, like, nah, I got the video. Hey, I can't have the video. So I did.
Aww.
He's stupid.
I had to get outside at some point. At some point. From birth till when did you spend time? From birth. Talk about you. Since we talk about Maine's education and career, what did you say the last grade you attended school was? Third.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Third episode. Mr. Dick. That was crazy. Bro, it's like
I'm trying to get him back.
That was crazy.
Fourth grade.
What the fuck are you saying, nigga? What the fuck are you talking about? Yo, listen, yo, Mr. David, that was wild. Yo,
That's David.
what's the question?
When did you come home? What grade?
Well,
Come on.
it's like, you know, let me just say, hold on, let me tell you this. Last thing we go, before we get out of here. Hold on, I'm gonna let you finish your statement. Yeah, I got it good for some piece. So let me say what I'm saying. I need your people to put in the comments what grade you think men will stop going to school, and then we'll figure this out. Good. I like that episode. But you do know that I've been in the streets now way longer than I've been in prison. So you gotta understand.
That's what's up. Them nigga did a 10, nigga.
I'm more of
You gotta respect people that did time.
my
A lot of people that do time and come home and be further ahead than people that was outside the whole time. That's crazy.
3 years and you have dropped up. Understand? And that's a real thing.
That's what's up.
So many of our comrades, so many of
Jim and Jada, they got some competition, but they on the same team though. They all boys, they all friends and shit. I like their podcast.
Okay, so wait, let me give you one last. We talked a lot about retirement.
That's cool. They got Fab on here talking. You know it's some Fab and Jenny kids talking. They ain't never really talked. So a lot of stories is being told. A lot of game is being given.
Living a
You know what I'm saying?
lifestyle.
The swag is crazy.
Since we've been talking about retirement, we've been talking about it.
But yeah, make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Career.
We're about to the end.
What about like street advice? That's a dope question. I think everybody's different. But no, but still, but at some point though, we gotta look from
It's gotta get tough.
Let's get to the because there's some people that I know that never leave my projects, but they listen, they only know what I no, but here's the thing, but inside them, deep down, they don't want to be there. See, the thing about being a street nigga is that we just had to adapt to our environment. I adapted to the environment that I was saying, okay, man, that nobody, we didn't want to be there. We don't even check.
This is what I feel about it. I think you got niggas that want to get what they get about it. You got niggas that's the excitement for them.
But it's something that's
doing the deal though.
I don't know if that's the right Everybody's going after certain things, and that's just what life is. They don't know nothing else. They don't know how to get $1 to pay their rent for food on their table. But living through what get up $1 from the streets. Like they don't have to do that. But deep down in his heart, he don't want to be there forever. That's the thing. If you've been in the streets and you really subscribe to that, and you really was a part of the jungle, you just was being who you was. You was just a savage not by nature, but by design. Like it's, I gotta have it by nature. If you ask somebody, I think people and environment, let's get into that environment. I'm not saying they happen. So you're saying some people that's all is over. We seeing good niggas turning into savages because they're something happens.
What I'm saying is right. But that's not by nature, though. Your nature is who you naturally are. He just adapted to that. All right, we picked up them pistols and what we do and we used them. Because that was what we had. The Dave didn't get to use his because he got caught. What the hell? It was in the car.
Another reason,
You gotta observe everything. As I said, everybody's story is different, bro.
another way we found out he wasn't like that.
Your man is out of control. See the question? Yeah, let me ask a question though. Man is out of control. I don't know. We knew you was in jail before. Yeah. What was y'all two niggas doing before rap? Me? You and you, but I was avoiding jail. So I played ball. I was avoiding jail. It's not the only thing I was doing. What niggas do niggas before you was right? I was a gigolo. I was a hustler. What was you doing? I was a gigolo. I was a hustler. I was a Time it right now. Yeah, time out. What you said, so they paid you to get you got paid to get free? Man said he was a gigolo. Gigolo was crazy. Yeah. You're right. Right now. Do gigolo. Yeah. Oh, man. We try to get a couple dollars out those UNLs, man. Don't put that on my one. You know, gigolo shit is crazy. What? What you was on? Was it a gigolo?
I definitely was a gigolo.
Never. I never gigoloed in my life.
Yeah, I know me neither.
You know what a gigolo is? It's crazy. You selling your services. You selling your services. Your services are for sale, nigga. Shimolo.
Damn Bigelow.
You see the movie or you see in jail? What? You with the piece of the like the people that was in jail, man. And the ladies all that order extra anchovies, and that mean they was paying them. You heard, like, you ever seen that movie? No, that's some gigolo. That's some gigolo. That's a gigolo. Yes, yeah. And be honest, nigga.
This is a regular guy before the.
Nah. Football, like, this was going on. Gigolo's boosted. From Brooklyn, that's boosted. Yeah, I know he's sport. Where's sport came from?
Because I used to wear polo.
Oh, that's
Yeah. Kid that wore polo, Tommy Hilfiger.
was you out? Was you ready to go get you go out? Hold on.
Nobody think that I was. Where you were going?
No, what I'm saying, I seen a couple pictures in the upstate.
Polo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need my low life though.
But was you sport like the low life shit on the other night? You never sport like
Oh, we got it. It's a sport though. Yeah, the guy who that's it. That's the name. Sport though. Shout out to him, bro. Do that. I was just like
he's a gigolo.
teenager thinking of that.
Yeah, that's a whole of that.
Yeah, I wasn't doing much. I started rapping, and it kind of like worked for me, kind of really young. So I was I was kind of my last year of high school, and rapping started working. And then that's it. I was just a regular big guy. You know what I'm saying? Sold a little drugs. I wasn't Scarface enough, but sold my little drugs, sold weed, sold whatever I had to do. Hustled. When I was younger, we used to take money, take clothes, you know what I'm saying? The regular hood shit, the real. And then rap happened at the time.
Street family. Boys, raw athletes out here.
You got something else to
When you got vision to something else, whether that comes earlier or later on, you know, like. But I feel like when they work,
Exactly. Like even when you first get in a rap game, people be like 1 foot in, 1 foot out because they don't know if it's already.
Well, let me tell you, I started rapping in prison, but I never rapped a day in my life.
You did everything in prison.
Yeah, 100%. I never rapped a day in my life. Look, that's crazy.
Oh, you was born in prison. You rap.
That's what we said. You prove our point every time. What point is not going to think anything else of you, bro? No, 100%. Listen, I never rapped a day in my life before you. Right, because I never seen nothing else from me. I was ignorant, young. I didn't have the direction of a person that had your focus. So it was just like whatever, man. Just into whatever that was. Was it a rapper that inspired you? No, it was Yo, it's real talk. It was a Friday night. I was in Southport. I don't know if y'all know Southport. There's Southport is in Boston. I used to get into a lot of show. I was having a lot of issues in prison. I was kind of and beef a lot. So we get it. We get it. It was a tough guy. We got to speak. Say that guy out. Get to very active. Tough guy. I think that raised me. So slip the raise there.
Attitude.
You have to slip the raise again. I saw it because they're making it seem like yeah. I want the word. So it was a Friday night. I heard guys rapping on the gallery. And I said, man, it sounds so good. It sounds crazy. It sounds good. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna write me a rhyme in the morning. And I wrote me a rhyme in the morning. And it was just like it was something to do to pass the time. I had never wrote a rhyme before. And it was just like, this is cool to do. And then I thought about going home to actually pursue it. So the thing is, having a dream, no matter what circumstance you're in, you can pull yourself out of something.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Whether that be anywhere. You see? I would say this besides all the jokes. When I was younger, I was just great at hustling. I mean, we also were really drugs, like Scarface and all, but I could sell anything. Like in high school, I started with selling cookies and candy and Zeke and shit like that.
It's good information.
Selling cookies and candy. That led to this.
I had to start off.
I was selling these tables. They gave me an opportunity to. So that's what I was good at. And I was outside very early and shit like that. So I got to see a lot and shit like that. So like since the age of 9, 10 and shit like that, moving between the Bronx and Harlem on my own and shit like that, I just got to learn a lot about outside in the streets and learn how to get a dollar. So I did a bit of everything and shit like that. You know, and started taking cans, taking cans back, packing bags of seafood. I was one of the kids and shit like that. I did every hustle you could possibly imagine. As a kid, I did. You know what I'm saying? Still live whatever it was. I was a party baby. I just got better with everything I did. But that being said, it's been another great episode. Bullshit with you guys. And we all love hip hop. That's what that love. Let's rap about it. See that man? Let's rap about it. You got to that. Yeah.
It's good.
It's the next week's episode. This is episode 3. Let's rap about it, everybody. See you next week.
Sorry, yeah, they got some shit going on the IFC factory. Jim said he got this photography bar. He said he gonna have a clothing store. All that. Podcast. You can go in and rent your time gallery. Building a whole facility in the Bronx, he said. On November 18th. Yeah, so make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe.